One.
Clearly there's, are we okay, Ruth?
Yes, no.
You like me? Okay. Clearly there's nothing on TV again today. 300 channels and nothing to watch. Happy hour afterwards, there you go. Now let me put my glasses on. You kids quiet down or I will turn this boat around. George Washington, the founding father. Don't you dare tell me you've added more. I'm so patriotic they call me the grand old nag. Personally, I think they could drop the grand. So if it's called Independence Day, how come I have to celebrate it with a group of people? Politicians used to promise us a chicken in every pot. Now all we get is a turkey in every office. Yeah, these are residents. July, it is. Sweat you must. That is not submitted by a resident. I did this one too. No, seriously, I need you guys to raise the roof. Construction joke. I'm hitting a nail. I'm hitting it again. I'm hitting it a third time. Things would move much quicker if you didn't Twitter. Honey, when I said I wanted another floor, I just meant some new tile. How aging affects belt height. This was submitted by a resident. So I feel good I have not reached middle age yet, according to my belt height. I don't think the guys are dressed like that. Anybody here? No. We're good. You know better. I don't do drugs. I get the same effect by standing up fast. I skimped a little on the foundation, but no one will ever know it. How stupid can they be? Neither of them were wearing goggles. I'll let that one sink in for just a little bit. That is a circular saw. That's not a good look. Yeah. Luckily, we don't have anybody doing that in our construction project. It's okay. We all forget occasionally. It's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. When you realize the new guy may not be as experienced as he says he is. I'll let you soak that one in for a minute too. Yeah, that tie down's probably not going to keep that dirt in the truck. I think I've driven behind that guy on Mopac, by the way. I'm at an age when an all-nighter means I didn't have to get up to pee. I do connect with that just a little bit, yes. That's maturity right there. If you ask me, you worry a little too much about tan lines. Mrs. Potato Head there. Getting older has some benefits. Call it a senior moment and you can get away with just about anything. All right. Now we're ready to talk about recycling and sustainability. Miss Arms. Look how she spins on the screen there. That's pretty cool. Are we good? Flip the switch. Can
you hear me now? Okay. I'm Kay Arms and I'm Chair of Sustainability. Today we are going to have the first of several different chats with you. We'll only take a few minutes of your time, but we'll hope that you'll learn at least something each time we do this. Okay, I have a new thing that's going to be coming out in your cubbies this week. Looks like this. It's an update of one that Janet Maxton gave me from 2020. this is what we can recycle here at Westminster now. What we can now. It may be different from what your friends that live in residences can do, but we don't live in a residence. We live in a commercial facility, and it's totally different. So, you'll be getting this. I hope you'll look at it and read it, and then when you've got questions, I hope you'll email them to me, karms@gmail.com, and before the Monday before the Chuck Chat, because I may have to write another jingle. So if you've got a question, then we'll answer the questions at the next Chuck Chats as it comes up. My first question that I have for today is, what is the difference between hard plastic and soft plastic? Anybody? It's not a trick question. There are lots of answers.
Soft is a HEB plastic bag. Soft is a HEB plastic bag. There you go.
And you will get prizes when you do that. So soft means that you can bend it. And it's not just the HEB soft plastic, it's any soft plastic, even bubble wrap. All of this is soft plastic. HEB will recycle it, but we can't. Okay? So now I've got some, well, I would have said that they were going to be committee members that were going to help me, but we've had to recruit some volunteers, so you'll be, if you will be sort of tolerant of this. But could my volunteers come forward really quick? Joanne, where are you? Come on, volunteers.
I was
Ernie?
gonna say you had a bigger group earlier. There they go.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what happened to them. Okay.
What happened?
So we have this little jingle, and you got a copy of it. We're going to kind of try to demonstrate what we're talking about up here. So if you're not a singer, you can just watch. And if you are not a singer, you can just, you chant. You don't have to sing. And to this is to the tune of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, which I think you learned when you were little. And was everybody got? It will also be up on the screen as well. Okay, we ready to go? Can I get back there with you? Can you scoot over a little bit? Go ahead. Okay. All right. Let's get it. My voice is not good today. Head, shoulders, knees, and that's the wrong one. Hard, plastic, 1 and 2. Can't be dry. Okay, sorry about that. I'm a little excited. Hard, plastic, clean and dry. Clean and dry.
Plastic, clean and dry, clean and dry.
Hard plastic, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Labels off and tops off too. Hard plastic, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. plastic can't be black. Can't be black. Hard plastic can't be black. Can't be black. Soft plastic, clean and dry. Soft plastic labels all, Place rooms on trees are collection sites. Soft plastic goes to HEB. Well, that didn't go as well as I hoped. Good try. We will be trying to talk about the different things that we can do here at Westminster and clean up our blue bags that have a lot of trash in them. If it's not something that is acceptable, then it's a contaminant. And a contaminant makes the product that the recycler does be worth less. And so they don't make as much money with it, which tends to make them not to want to do it. So we want to keep this going. Thank you, and thank you, Chuck.
That took a lot of guts, and I think as we practice that at home, we'll get better and better. So for our next chat, I expect a better performance. You're good, you're good. I wish once in a while I would lose my voice so I could get out of it. Yes, ma'am. There's a question.
So my question is about the soft plastic. If we put it in a bag like that.
And the waste rooms and in the
And then you'll take.
waste rooms and the laundry rooms.
Oh, perfect.
And there's just a table in there that you just put them there. All the volunteers will go, get them, pick them up, take them to HEB.
Okay.
Oh, with the laundry.
So make sure you submit questions to Ms. Arms for the next chat. I'm excited to have somebody else sharing the spotlight with me. Thank you very much. So Westminster Alzheimer's fundraising events, we've been doing pretty well so far. Assisted Living wanted me to let you all know that on August the 7th at 5:30, the Assisted Living is having a barbecue, and it's free will donations to participate and enjoy some fantastic barbecue and fellowship. So, also there's a Kendra Scott event going on right now. Is it over now? It's over. I think it was pretty well attended. Then on August the 15th, the Westminster Dog Show is occurring here in Harrisbell Hall. And on September the 19th, there's a silent auction in Harrisbell Hall, and I hear that the residents that are helping with that might be putting on a real auction as well, so that might be kind of fun. We'll hear more about that as time goes on. They're also doing personalized pet portraits. So if you have interest in doing that, you can submit your photos to Cheyenne at wmanor.com. And it's really reasonable. You can do 2 pets per portrait, and all the proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Texas group. So we are at about $35,000 to date. So we're a little more than halfway to our goal of $65,000. So thank you all for your support. Keep supporting our events. Questions and answers. What do the green ribbons around several trees on the property signify? Green ribbons are being tied around trees in Texas as a symbol of solidarity and remembrance for the victims of the recent floods, particularly those affected by Camp Mystic tragedy. The green color is specifically associated with Camp Mystic and Girls Camp on the Guadalupe River, where many lives were lost in the floods. People are tying the ribbons to trees in their yards, businesses, and public spaces as a visible way to show support and honor the lives lost and impacted by floods. Appreciate all of you donating. We've raised $32,000 for the flood victims so far. I believe there are forms in the back of the room. If you're interested in donating, we'll be collecting funds through the end of July, and we'll submit a check to the Spirit of Giving Foundation in August. If you can't get them in the back of the room, you can pick them up at reception. And thank you all for your support. Question: the pool area floors have been slippery and wet from condensation and people coming out of the pool. Is there a solution to remedy the problem? Likely most everybody doesn't want to stay in the pool, so it will get wet when people get out of the pool. We have top scrubbed the area, and it is textured floor. We're also working to reduce the humidity in the pool area. It's really humid outside, so it's really humid in our pool. We have always recommended the use of wearing non-slip water shoes in the pool area. That is really the safest thing to do, and I do recommend, if you don't have those, that you purchase some and use those at all times. They work really well. Question: elevator 3 in the Preston works for a couple days, then breaks again. This has happened several times. When is it going to stay fixed for good? Probably never. Everything, as I've said, everything will break occasionally. We believe we've addressed all the issues with elevator 3. There are some issues with leveling that has occurred in the past, and that has occurred since the modernization of that elevator, and also some packing problems with oil packing for the elevators. They're hydraulic, so they have packing in them, which all of those issues have been addressed. We also have an elevator consultant on site, and as a matter of fact, they're on site today to review all of our elevators, their maintenance and the preventive maintenance program. So hopefully we'll get some solutions to our elevators. They'll still break. Just like light bulbs still go out, even though they tell you LED lights last forever. They don't. Question: I'd like to make a suggestion about letting people put the delivery charge on the monthly allowance charge, since many of us leave money on the table and do not use our whole allowance. These folks are talking about dining dollars. I wonder if it's possible this would make it easier to order from the Laurel menu, especially now that the Laurel restaurant is closed. So basically they're wanting to charge delivery fees against your dining dollars. I'm sorry, I can't do that. And the reason is, you know, the $500, if I started to allow delivery charges to be charged against that $500, then it would dilute our raw food budget. Our current pricing on our menus is really good. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
I would hate to increase it and start charging what the market charges. You're getting a really good deal. I don't think there's any place in town that you can get a beef tenderloin steak for $20. We continue to provide one of the most robust food and beverage programs in the industry, probably best deal in town. We also charge the least of anyone in town for delivery of meals to your apartments, your residences. So that's the reason. I've had that question before. I really can't do it. The $500 is the best deal in town. Our menu pricing is the best deal in town. The delivery fees are really minimal. I remember, 10 years ago when my grandmother was in a senior living community, they were charging $15 per delivery, which I think is high. But I think our $5 is really not much for delivery. Question: could we establish a Westminster contact to whom our just graduating seniors could email a letter regarding their freshman year college experience? That Westminster person could then distribute those letters to residents, so that we could have some idea of how the people we've enjoyed for so many years in our restaurants are doing in college. I've talked to a couple of our graduating seniors, and they would like to be able to do that. I think that's fine. They're probably letting us know when they drive by on Mopac. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Certainly, they can send an email to Jose Hernandez, the dining services manager, and I doubt that we will publish those and put them all in all of your cubbies, but we will make those letters available so that you can read them. Yeah, we can put them on the portal and let you know that way. So if they're graduates, that have left us and they're interested in do that, just tell them to send an email to Jose and we can share those. Question, the fireplace in the Rowan Tree Lounge area is not working like it used to. With so many visitors to the Rowan, it is a nice feature to have up and running. So the answer is yes, we are aware that the fireplace in the Rowan Lounge is not functioning as well as it should at this time. We are currently in the process of onboarding a qualified vendor to service our fireplaces. We appreciate your patience and understanding. That is not my answer, but I appreciate your patience and understanding as we work to resolve it. In other words, nobody knows how to fix it. It is kind of it's a steam fireplace, right? And Austin water does not like to be steamed. It has a lot of calcium in it and it clogs up the lines, and so it needs to be fixed. And we're working on a vendor to do that. Let's see, question, do you know why Terrytown Pharmacy is no longer on the list of providers for United Healthcare? I do have an answer, but I don't know the answers to all questions, so this is Terrytown's answer, okay? Apparently Express Scripts, who also manages some Blue Cross and Cigna plans, is trying to kick out all the small network pharmacies in the country from their network by the end of the year. Terrytown has been working behind the scenes so that they can remain in their network, but they've already sent out letters to their customers. We'll know more later next week, or this week. Terrytown is planning on working with Westminster residents to fill 3 to 4 months supply for their expensive brand name medications before we would be out of network, which would get them until the end of the year. For those residents that can switch Medicare plans, we'd help them find a plan that still works with our pharmacy. Otherwise, we can work with them to still fill their medications even without a contract by matching their co-pays for inexpensive generics.
Wow.
So Terrytown's working on it. Yes, Ms. Arms?
WellCare also,
Is a Medicare replacement that does accept it.
that has dropped.
Oh, they, yeah. So a lot of folks, a lot of Medicare replacements are trying to have national contracts. And the reason they want to have national contracts is because it's easier for them to control pricing. And when you have smaller pharmacies like Terrytown, it's difficult to control the pricing across the board. And so they're kind of trying to push those folks out a little bit. Unfortunately, that's kind of the, Medicare replacements are trying to pay, insurance is trying to pay as little as possible, right? That's kind of their business. And so the things are going to be moving this direction. The more you use Medicare replacements, the more it's going to impact you in these ways, that you won't be able to use, your local providers so much unless they're part of a bigger network. So just be aware of that. Question, can you tell us again about the available pet services? Laundry services are available for $15 per load, so please don't use the residential machines in the Preston. There are also machines dedicated to pet laundry for resident use located in our commercial laundry. So there's a washer and dryer set that's specifically for pet laundry. Please reach out to our Environmental Services Director, Stephanie Garza, for assistance with any of these services. We have also partnered with a mobile pet groomer that's doing a really good job for us. These are the pricings. You can reach out to reception and they can get you the pricings and contact information. The mobile pet groomer will be here. Isn't that a cute dog? Will be here. The groomer will be here August the 12th, just in time for the Westminster Dog Show. Imagine that. Please contact Heather to coordinate time with the groomer. All right, plan ops updates. So you may have noticed a big box in the west courtyard of the Preston building. Anybody notice?
Yes.
Yeah. That is a big air conditioning chiller. Our chiller, the main chiller in the Preston, is in disrepair. It has some issues. Some coils that were in that unit have failed, about 10% of them. And you're only allowed for 15% to fail and still have an operational chiller. If you remember, most of you do that have been here a couple of years, that chiller is only a couple of years old. The useful life on a chiller is a 20-year useful life. So we're having it replaced at the expense of Trane, who built the chiller. And we'll have it replaced over the next couple months. We have a backup chiller that's in the Preston. It's a Daikin chiller. None of you care, but I can tell by the looks on your faces. But it works, and it is working. And it does just fine at about 97 degrees or less. If you get up to 100, 105, it's going to struggle to keep the building cool. So we brought in the bigger chiller as a backup to that chiller, okay? Because we wanted to make sure that you were kept cool, because you get angry when you're hot, right? That's right. So that's why the big chiller is there. We will work to replace the permanent chiller as quickly as possible. I will likely go to a Daikin chiller because they have been very good for us. And we'll let you know when that work occurs. It will be fascinating, just like the crane was fascinating that brought the mobile chiller in. Yes, the mobile chiller is in the way of construction on that west courtyard. So we will work on logistics as we go. The Preston loading dock scaffolding project, that window project, has been completed. We'll be removing that scaffolding next week likely. Preston Sea Wing project, so that's the air conditioning plumbing replacement project. We have completed most of the 4th floor, and we're now moving to the 3rd floor, and should have begun that this past Monday. Preston 3rd floor A-wing ceiling grid tile removal began on July the 7th. Should be starting to be put back in place. We have completed the installation of the air ducts in that area. That project was estimated to take 3 to 4 weeks. We're still on schedule to complete that timely. Due to this project, the 3rd floor Preston laundry room will be closed for 3 to 4 weeks. That'll give you time to mingle with others' laundry rooms on other floors and get to know those folks. It should be great for socialization, which is great for your health. Trying to look for the silver lining, right? Preston West scaffold in progress. So that was installation of chilled water lines. That'll be taking through the end of this month, almost completed. Outside pipe covering the sea wing will begin Monday 7/7. That was estimated to be 2 weeks. And then Preston hallway lighting revamp is in progress, but almost complete. I had some questions about why they're being replaced. This new lighting is going to use 1/20th of the power that the old fluorescents used. So it's much more efficient. They are supposed to last a long time, not forever, but they will last a long time. And I think it's improved the looks of the hallway. Most everybody agrees with that. There's a few that said it looks like a hospital now. But anyway, we are sending out these construction updates. They're 5-week look-aheads. And one of the things I promised, because of some comments about the size and being able to see them, we're going to publish them in larger pieces of paper and have them posted near the construction area, along with some renderings, and we will also send them out in updates on the portal as one page by itself so you can enlarge it. Just going to talk through this just a little bit. We put temporary irrigation for the courtyard trees that are staying, so I don't want you to think that the magnolia tree and the oak tree is not being taken care of. They are. We're demoing the covered walkway lights and have done that. We relocate the circuit to kitchen from panel A, nobody cares. We're installing hangers for all these conduits over the just period of few weeks. We're installing dining room ductwork. That's occurring right now through the end of this month. This is in the Laurel dining room. We're locating existing utilities. We did do that. That's been completed. We're scanning for floor sinks, which are just basically drains that are being put in the dining room for the new bar location, the new cocktail lounge. We are relocating sanitary lines in A-wing. We are fire caulking and actually framing in the A-wing currently. I have some pictures later in the slides I'll show you. Installing ceiling fur downs and blind pockets in that area, the A-wing area, and we're laying out the building pad. We're also going to be pouring some concrete that will support the expansions of the Laurel dining room and the corridors. And we're also installing rebar. We will shut down the woodworking shop starting Monday for about a week. This is not on this slide, but we will shut that area down so that we can build some forms for concrete to create a foundation for the new Laurel dining areas and corridor. And I think that's about it for now. That's a lot. I talked about this. We did finally receive approval today to turn on our solar grid on top of the Carlisle building, which is exciting for us. I've been working on that project, how many years? 4 miserable years, but it's finally approved. Mrs. Table would be so proud if anybody remembers Mrs. Table, and she was always pushing for solar power. And it is saving us about $75,000 a year, and more than that, 479 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. So it's pretty cool. I think we're one of the only senior living communities in the country to have solar power project. This is some pictures of the demo. Some of you may have seen some of these pictures if you came to resident association meeting. We were surprised, I was even surprised, and I thought I knew this place pretty well with that glass wall there. That has been removed, and I'll show you some pictures of it. But this is what the Laurel looked like. You can see, if you look real close, that is part of an exterior stairwell that used to be on the end of the building before A-wing was extended. And so that's the edge of it where it met the wall. And we're going to build a sheetrock around it, just like they did before. So,
Documented this time.
yeah, we're going to document it this time. Yeah. Took pictures. We have a program called Multivista that's taking pictures of everything as it's exposed and then as it's being built back. So if there's ever a leak or something, or we need to find out where a pipe is, we can just click on a picture and it'll show us, and based on the location. So this is that window system being taken out on that floor all the way up to the frame of the floor above. So this is our solution, and then we're supporting it with metal to support the rest of the window system. And then now we're starting to go back with stud wall to start to build the spaces for the multi-purpose. And you can see we're already putting studs in. Big, beautiful slab right there. I just thought I'd use that term to get a kick out of you. Didn't work. Lots of work. They're working really hard. They're really tearing things up. And now we're starting to build back. You can see the new duct work going in. Okay. So a couple of things have changed. The city, in their infinite wisdom, wants us to finish this rain garden that is located. I don't know if you can see my pointer. You see this spot right there? No? All right. So this here is a rain garden. And we had it being built at the same time as this area, which we considered phase 3 of this project. The city didn't like that. They want this rain garden to operate at the same time as we get this. They also want us to finish the lobby, the whole lobby, in this phase. And so last week we tore up the area in that small square to create that rain garden. So if you drive by the west side of the Preston building, you'll see basically mud and dirt. And that is there because we have to finish that rain garden. And then the generator in the west courtyard, we're moving into a separate phase. It'll be done at the end of the project. There will be some demo that occurs along the way, but we're not going to focus on that area like we originally planned and to have it all this phase completed at the same time. Also, this has been added to this phase. So Ruth's office and the multi-purpose spaces will all be finished at the same time as the Laurel Dining Room, which was 9 months from June. Remember that? Okay. So probably mid-February. And it'll be our intent to do that front part of the lobby between the completion of the back part of the lobby and that finished product in February. So there are going to be a little bit of changing, and then some of that the construction will all be taken down, and we'll finish that whole lobby space together towards the end of those 9 months. So the holidays are not going to look great in that lobby. I'm going to plant that seed today because it's probably true, but maybe we'll try to. I'm sure Maria and the team will make it as beautiful as they can.
Chuck, what's a rain garden? Explain what that is.
I wish I didn't know what a rain garden was. So a rain garden is a above ground or above grade filtration system for water coming off of the roof, which is really pretty clean water. But there's a new code that requires you to have this filtration. And so they're being added. There's going to be 2 that are going to be added to the east side of the Preston building. And I'll show you that later on, but it's exciting and it's really good for the environment. So I'm told. And we are very supportive of the environment, of course. So anyway, that's small changes, and I'll talk about it more as we go along. There are construction cameras available that if you want to watch this from your computer, your mobile device, you can click on our website and go to the expansion page, and you can actually see the construction in progress live, right? You can look back at it as well. There's 2 cameras currently, 2 views from 1 camera. And you can see, and you probably heard earlier, where they're knocking down the stone and the brick on this and tearing all that up so that they can open up those walls and all those things. You can't walk out on the balcony anymore because we don't want you to get hit in the head with a brick. That'd be bad. That'd be a lousy way to end up on the 10 o'clock news, you know. There's also going to be another construction camera placed. So hopefully we can see the construction in this area. So that's our goal, is to try and figure out a way either to position a camera here or here so that we can pick up this construction so you can watch it as well. Robin wanted me to talk a little bit about Fall Prevention Week. We'd like you to prevent falls all year long, but specifically during September 22nd to 26th. There will be some various activities around fall prevention. Who likes to fall? Nobody? Me neither. Why not? Because it hurts, right? And I don't think it really matters how far you fall. Even if it's 6 to 12 inches, it still hurts, right? And certainly falls are detrimental to all of us. So we want to help prevent falls as much as possible. We want to keep our community safe and you fit and healthy and keep you away from unsafe conditions and unsafe falls. So do participate in all of the wonderful offerings during September 22nd through the 26th. I think it'll be some really great events, so be looking for that. And I don't need to go through these. She didn't mention takeout containers, but I would like to have them back, please. Those are the green ones. Bring back the green ones. Drop-off locations all over. Start cards we've talked about before. And that's all I have. I do have 15 minutes for questions, Ruth. If anybody would like to ask any questions. It's okay if you don't. But I'm here if you do. Just want to make sure I went through all my notes.
I would like to know the oak right out here by the garage, will that be taken down?
It will be, yes. Thank you for not chaining yourself to the oak. It is going away. It is a heritage tree, and we're very sad to lose it. We are going to keep some wood from it so that our woodworking folks can do some projects with it. We planted the tree. Unfortunately, 50 years ago when we planted the tree, we didn't know that we would want to build a corridor that connects A and B wing. We didn't know A and B wing is going to be there actually 50 years ago. So things changed. We did pay a big permit to remove it, about $40,000 that are going to be used for arbor projects around the city of Austin. So that makes us feel a little bit better about losing the tree. And one of the things I've talked about is that we have to upgrade the stormwater drainage from the Preston building, and we have to go through the root ball of that tree to do it, and there's no other way to upgrade that. So we would have lost the tree anyway, but we are sad to lose it. We'll bring back some more trees, and we do have a tree plan that will replace all of the trees that we took down diameter-wise. Right, so we'll get some beautiful green and reds when we're finished. Yes, ma'am.
I have two drugstores that I deal with, Terrytown, which delivers, and CVS, which does not. And I'm fairly new to getting the I don't know, my medication, but CVS doesn't deliver, so I am stuck if I don't have a car or a way to get there. Is there a possibility that Westminster could help?
CVS does deliver through the mail. They have a mail order service.
Oh, that I wasn't told.
Yeah, they can. I think your pharmacy should be able to help with that if you ask them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I want to add to hers.
I have the same problem as you. Only I was just with Terrytown. And I just talked to Kathy Cody yesterday, and Randall's on Balcones Drive has a pharmacy, and they do deliver to Westminster.
I was told.
I thought Express Scripts arrange for delivery, and that's why they are using Express Scripts.
Express Scripts does relate.
I have Express
Yeah.
Scripts.
Huh?
I have Express.
And they don't
Scripts.
deliver through the mail?
Yes, they do, if it's permanent, but if I'm just getting a
Oh, something on the
Temporary.
shore.
But Chuck, I think
I hear you.
the ones of us that aren't gonna be getting anything from Terrytown are concerned about is when we need it one-time medication, not 3 months.
So, I mean, I do use, I would have an agreement with a pharmacy to provide those short-term medications. Like I would use my Express Scripts for my regular stuff, and if I needed something in a pinch, then I would have a backup pharmacy local to get those things. You may end up paying a little bit more for it, but I think it's worth it. Westminster really can't help you with that.
Yeah.
I do think it's unfortunate that they're not trying to work with regional or local pharmacies. I think we're getting a little bit too limited, especially for creating those solutions to emergency situations like that. I wish I had enough room to put a pharmacy on campus, but I do not. Yes, ma'am.
Are you progressing with the storage for the Preston, since most of our cabinet storage is not in the Preston itself, and we're going to be sort of cut off? to be carrying stuff back and forth.
I'm not sure, are you talking about storage cabinets or storage lockers?
Well, we're looking for storage in the Preston period.
Yeah,
But we're about to face some difficulties when it's harder to get over to the
Windsor.
Windsor or to the Carlisle to get to our storage cabinets.
We can work with you. If you need something specifically from your storage lockers, let us know and we'll help you get there. But I will not be able to solve the storage issue until we complete some more work. So I have to get the multi-purpose spaces and the Laurel dining room finished so that I can move some other folks around. To create the opportunity to create those storage bins that we talked about.
Would you provide the contact information to us so we have it?
Just ask, if you have to get to your storage locker for something, just reach out to reception and they will help you get to the storage locker and we will help you get your items, okay? And even if we take our shuttle down there or we might have to plan ahead, it might be the next day, but we'll set an appointment with you and help you get your items, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
I want to put a plug in for my pharmacy. It's 38th Street Pharmacy. It's a small family-owned pharmacy, right close, and they do deliver. They're not open on the weekends, but it might be worth checking to see if they take your insurance and can fill take care of your needs. But
That was a commercial, wasn't it?
yes, it was.
They were really efficient with that.
Yeah.
38th
They've
Street
been
Pharmacy.
taking care of me for a long time, and I really think
38th.
38th Street
38th.
Pharmacy is just a little, it's right across from Central Market, but it's not across from the Park Hospital. It's on West, it's not 38th Street.
All right, thank you for that
It's on
commercial.
38th.
Yeah, they don't deliver.
Will Tarrytown Pharmacy still be able to do the vaccination clinics here?
I believe so. I don't really have an answer to that, but I believe so. Those are billable to Medicare, and typically Medicare replacements want you to be able to get that service. And CVS, in my knowledge, CVS and Walgreens are not doing that off-site anyway.
We recently got more notification of the dress codes in the different restaurants, and I know that a lot of it is being abused, and it makes it difficult for the waiters and waitresses to tell this person you're not properly dressed. But would it be possible that whoever's in charge of that restaurant that night talk to these people, because it happens over and over again. And it's not fair to the rest of us that try to abide by the codes.
Who's doing it? You want to stand up? I was just going to address it real quickly. I think you're right. I did meet with the director and the dining manager and express to them my directive that they are supposed to address this as it happens. It is your dress code, and it will be enforced by our associates. And I apologize for it if it appears it has not been. Oh, it's attached to that beautiful memo that I sent out.
We have a bunch of people who have gotten here, including myself, since those dress codes were put into place. And I'm wondering if there could be an opportunity to reconsider the dress codes, since Austin is a very casual community, and most restaurants, other than
I love
a few
this. Yeah.
high-class clubs, don't have dress codes.
I love this conversation, and I love that I'm not in charge of the dress code.
Well, I would just put in a plug to reconsider the dress codes.
Certainly, that could be done. The best way to do that is to reach out to your resident associate representatives and talk to them, or food committee representatives, and address it to them. I can tell you that I've been here for going on 18 years, and the dress code has come up quite a few times. And it's always entertaining when it does. There's always a lot of debate. The last dress code was really voted on unanimously by the resident population. Yes. And I would, there was a debate once about shorts, and it was fascinating. It went on. I'll tell you, it kept me off the hot seat for a long time. So it certainly can be done if that's the desire of the resident population. But it's, as far as I know, it is the desire of the resident population majority to have the current dress code in place. And there is flexibility. If you compare it to what it was when I started here, I mean, there was suit and ties required at every meal, so it was rough. All right, yes, ma'am.
Chuck, this is back to your pharmacy.
Yes.
I use a pharmacy called Capsule, C-A-P-S-U-L-E. They're totally delivery and same day. And it's capsule.com.
Are y'all working on commission? You're really good. I might have you work for me. Capsule.com. I haven't heard of that one.
You got your hair done.
I have another pharmacy. It's really tough. It's really tough to write down the name.
Yeah.
It's called HEB.
HEB.
And I just looked them up, and they deliver, and you just have to contact the local HEB and coordinate whatever they do, and their Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you have, they do everything.
That's my pharmacy.
They did deliver. Yes.
Who are the resident associate representatives?
Would Westminster Residents Association representative stand, please? There's one that was brave enough. Oh, there we go. Yes. Mrs. Miller, are you? Those are a few. Those are a few.
You can't see.
It's all on the board.
They're all in the portal. Yeah, there's a list of them on the portal. Can you see the portal?
I can.
All right. Miss Verlander stood up for a long time right there. See, there she goes. You can't tell if she's standing up, but no, she is standing up. Dynamite comes in small packages. Right. All right. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate it.